Welcome back and thank you for joining us. Now on Daybreak this morning, we focus on the recent military coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government, a stark reminder of Nigeria's complicated history with military interventions. Now, since the first coup in 1966, Nigeria has seen repeated attempts to seize power by force, each undermining governance, stability, and citizens' trust. Today, both military law and the Nigerian constitution are clear. Coup plotters face the death penalty and strict military justice. In October 2025, 16 officers, including a brigadier general and a colonel, were arrested for breaches of military regulations. By late January 2026, Defense Headquarters confirmed that they had plotted to violently overthrow the government and target top officials. Now, Defense Minister Christopher Musa emphasized that these individuals must have made up their minds about the consequences, but also reassured Nigerians that due process is being upheld with access to legal counsel and support for their families. Now, over 40 suspects are now in detention on investigations examining financing, logistics, and coordination of the plot. President Tinubu has reshuffled top military leadership, closing gaps in intelligence and reinforcing command. Civil society groups and ECOWAS has called for transparency and reaffirmed support for democratic order. This morning, we want to hear from you. How can Nigeria prevent such plots in the future and ensure that democracy is safeguarded for every citizen? It's time to pick up the phone. The numbers are displayed on your screen. Excuse me, to call us in and share your thoughts. Let's have this conversation this morning. You can also send in a WhatsApp message. But please, as the rule of engagement, before you call in, kindly turn down the audio of your TV set so we can have this conversation clearly. Now, Hauwa talking. Okay, we have our first caller on the line. We have Shatima Yakodima on the line. Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Maimuna. Bagudu. Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust in your family. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Shatima Yakodima calling from Bagudu.
Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for joining us. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Thank you. Military coup. What should be done? Well, honorably speaking, though it is now that I'm hearing some military personnel have been arrested and they will face the law. So, alhamdulillah, what we are afraid is justice to be done. They should make a total check. You know, they should avoid blackmailing. If at all the person was involved, this is national law. Nobody can smoke for him to face the consequences of what he's done. But we are calling for the Democrat government, the present government. They should stop attracting the ministry. What did I mean by attracting the military? Is by they have to sanitize their house. They have to do all what is reasonable and necessary to align their ruling with the Democrat regulations. Because you come to power, you are here to make the life of the people better, not to worsening the life of the people. And anything that you face it with all seriousness. And sanitize all what is bad in the country to be better. That's our expectation. And that's the reason why we cast our vote to the government. Whether we like it or not, this government have been a Democrat government. We come out to the voting voters and voted them into power. And this is a contract between the subjects and the rulers. We cast our vote to them. We give them the mandate. So we are expecting them to do all what is reasonable and necessary to make our life better. They should do all what they can to correct the security of the nation, to restore the education, to give a better health services. It is pity, honestly speaking. Today, on about more than 3 months, I can say, the health workers are on strike, but nothing is done. It's a shame. In a country like Nigeria, look at our population. How can a health worker, a vital area like health, people are on strike, the workers are on strike, 3 months plus, is very, very important. Under democratic government, it's very, very important. They have to do all what they can to bring that workers back to work, settle their demand. That's the only thing that a common man in Nigeria can enjoy. Health facility. It's very sensitive area. For almost over 3 months, for God's sake. So please and please, we are calling them. They should adjust and change their dancing so that they should dance better. So we are hoping and praying the issue of security will start seeing light of development. We are calling them to continue with what they are doing to arrest that menace of insecurity, and they should improve in the life of common citizens. So that will get the military in their back. So that if at all you have been mismanaging the management of government, it's as good as you are attracting them. You are calling them to come and take over the power, and which we are not be happy with it. God forbid. We are praying for a better democratic government. They should try and all what they can to change their movement to better. And we are praying hard for them. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you, Shatima, for calling in and joining the conversation this morning. Hauwa, I would love to hear your thoughts, being that we have seen that investigations are ongoing concerning these officers that were being taken as to the alleged coup plot. We have also, heard a report from the defense minister saying that the investigations and the trials will be fair, will be transparent, and this, accused officers have access to their own lawyers. We've also seen, institutions like the EFCC and others coming in to make sure that the civilians that are part of the alleged coup plot are also brought to justice, being that, the financiers and what have you. But then we have Ade on the line, and when we're done with Ade, I would love to hear your thoughts concerning this. Good morning, Ade. Thank you for calling in this morning.
Good morning, Maimuna. Good morning, Hauwa. Yes. When you are done with me, carry on the
Good morning, Ade.
Good morning, Ade. Very well, thank you.
I want to appeal to federal government to please listen to what Shatima said and the medical that are on strike. I'm not aware anyway, but if they are on strike, they should they should do something because they handle people's life. It's very, very important. People fall sick every day. So I appeal to government to please help in that area, and the Minister of Health, they should do something to call off the strike and take care, so they can take care of the common people. Now, coming to your topic, what should be done? Thank God for the First Minister. He explained everything yesterday on another channel. This coup was about a colonel who failed exam, who believed that because of who he is or where he come from, they should just promote him. And they said, no, you have to pass. Then a comment and started to organize these things. Musa made us to the whole world to understand yesterday. So to me, what the family of their family should, because they are not aware, the wife and the children, they should be looking at taking care of, like the minister said. But these people should face the consequence. Whatever is the job, is the execution, they should go. Because they plan to kill a lot of people, waste life, because of one corner that failed exam. What sort of country are we running? And you want to create a coup and kill everybody and come and impose illiteracy on Nigeria. No, that's not going to happen. Because if that man succeeded, Nigeria will have break into three. I can guarantee you that. Because we will resist it in the south. We will not accept it. Everybody will go their separate way. And with America on our side, which I saw. Because, I mean, after you show the exam, and you want to kill tinubu, kill everybody. And you want to govern over us, it's not going to happen. In this modern age of technology, I don't need to be in Nigeria to do anything when there is road everywhere and I fly 30 hours. So we don't want that. We want Nigeria to be peaceful. This government is doing something that will benefit people in 100 years to come. In UK here, we go through the pain. The first thing our Prime Minister did when he came on was to cancel our winter allowance. We that are pensioners, every winter coming to Christmas, they give us money so that we can use it to free money. But the man stop it. They say because they want to save money. Heaven did not fall. For your pensioners, which they respect here too much. So action must come when they are doing something. This government is working and they are trying their best. But we might not see it now. But when that's why we know what they are doing. Look at free education for students that can get loan and go to school. And Minister of Health, thank God from the north. Look at what he's saying about improvement. But until this strike now, I'm not aware. Look at aviation. Look at everything. Improving. I spent $300 to do my passport 3 years ago. $300. But when this government is coming now, they change everything. Very easy in London here. So things are working, but pay must come with it. There is no how we will do it. Pay must come. So the president go here and there to allow the people to come and do business with us. I read in the paper that they are spending a lot of money. The money is spending is up to the money the government is spending, to do 200 marriages in one day. What benefit would that bring? Only to have more and more Nigerians on the street. We have to wake up and be serious and be objective in Nigeria. We are talking of 200 million for crying out loud. I comment on television in Lagos this morning. Somebody come from Ghana and say, there are streets in Ghana, no security, you can walk overnight, you can do this and that. I say, yes, it's possible there. Because in Ghana, they don't have anything like religious problem. So, but in Nigeria, it's a different ball game. So, but let's be praying. We believe that God will intervene and we will remain one, which is what I want. So I don't want anything to divide us. So, but if it was, so be it. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Ade, for calling in this morning. And I meant to say when we're done speaking with you. Thank you for that. So, Hauwa, please go ahead.
All right, now looking at what is going on at this moment, it started stemming from a rumor that a plot for a coup is to take place, and from then a debunking of that plot coup, and then coming out accepting that yes, it really did happen, as well as arresting people that are thought to be responsible for that coup plot after investigations, and now pushing forth towards trying to bring them to book, being court-martialed and all of that. And I hope at the end of the day they would get a fair hearing and for the law to take its course. Absolutely.
We have Abasinkong on the line. Good morning, Abasinkong. Thank you for calling in this morning.
Good morning, two beautiful babies. Please, what's the topic for today?
Okay, this morning we are talking about the military coup plot. What should be done? So we want to hear your opinion.
This is a very interesting topic. Very, very interesting topic. I have been privileged to witness almost two coups. The first one was when I was in Jordan Barracks and they wanted to overthrow Babangida. Then we were posted to Federal Radio at the Obaningwe. So I wasn't on duty and my colleagues were victims. They were arrested and they were to be killed by Oka. But Oka said, no, don't kill these people. He's going to use them. Eventually, Bamei came and dismantled the brutal element. Very simple. What are the checks and balances? Number one is that the names they will be posted to Aso Rock must have integrity, and they must be accountable, and there must be probity. Constant investigation, that is probity. Then, people that must be posted there, Aso Rock, must be of high standards. What do I mean by that? They must be evaluating them. Annual performance report. Check their ways of living, their lives of living. If not, they are still in that office. A thief, catch him today, release him tomorrow, you see him back. Number one, what the president needs to do, listen to the yearning, to the cry of the retired police officer, to the retired military men. There's a military man that is involved. A retired military man is involved. A major general involved. Several other people involved. Police involved. So if the president does not do something about, then something will go wrong. Even as I've now said, they should be at their seats, guiding themselves thoroughly. Don't trust any security officer. Put surveillance. What do I mean by putting surveillance? They should put key position areas. Like in the army, somebody must be planted. These are not what I'm supposed to say on air. Because I am an insider. I know what they normally do. Number two, when Babangida was to be overthrown, they were playing drafts in Aso Rock, Jordan Barrack, Ikoyi. They were playing drafts. And information was going on that Babangida is inside. And then what happened? As they were coming to overthrow him, Babangida escaped. Policeman that escaped with him. There are a lot of things I need to say. I keep quiet there. Thank you, Trust TV. You people are trusted. I appreciate you people.
Thank you
very much
for calling and joining the conversation.
Now,
do you want to add something to that?
Yes. Now, looking at Nigeria's history when it comes to coup, we've seen a lot happened, but at this point when we are in the Fourth Republic and we've become comfortable with democracy, and Nigerians want democracy, and I don't think it is a time for anything like that. And for it to be a coup plot where there is an assassination attempt when it comes to the president, when it comes to the vice president and other top officials, it is only something that the courts might declare as treason.
Absolutely.
It's a treasonable action.
Of course.
Exactly. Now, looking at the process that's supposed to be taken when going to court and, coming to a verdict, we know that it is going to be in military court. It is going to be according to military law and the Nigerian constitution as well. Now, as you mentioned in your intro, coup plotters face the death penalty and strict military justice in both military law and the Nigerian constitution. It is quite clear in them. Now it is just only left for the courts to go through evidence, to do investigations properly, to question the perpetrators as well as witnesses as well and their affiliates when it comes to bankrolling what is going, because you cannot just go in head on without someone bankrolling that coup plot. It needs a lot of resources to be able to get to a point where it could have been executed. And now it is something that would be at the top of the list to understand, okay, what went wrong for it to come to, for push to come to shove, for there to be a coup plot, and then for there to be an attempted assassination of a president. Now, this is a serious matter.
Absolutely. So with this, the Nigerian government need to understand that you don't create rooms and you don't give, access for the citizens to now start thinking in their heads. Do you think at some point we should not, embrace the military based on what we're
there is
facing?
one thing I would like to highlight, pardon me. We have come to a point where a lot of Nigeria, we've seen coups happen in different countries around us just of recent. And a lot of Nigerians would say that, no, that could not happen in Nigeria. Why? Because the military have become so comfortable that they are okay with what is going on. But now
that we have seen another phase
of what might happen.
So the government needs to understand that you don't give access, to these things to happen. And most of the things that Nigerians are talking about, and the reason why, there might be, this particular coup plot, even though, we've had a different story as to why, those people wanted to carry out this. But on a normal, when we hear coup plot, what comes to our head is, the present things that we see in our country, being that there are no jobs for the youth, the insecurity level is huge, people are hungry, food security and a whole lot. So the government needs to understand that the reason why citizens are embracing democracy is because we know that democracy has a solid point in our lives as citizens of the country. So if you give your citizens the appetite to, hunger for military intervention, it shows that you are not doing the right thing as the government of those people. Because these are channels, these are doors, these are windows that are opened, for people, a very huge vacuum for people to just easily go in and, do what they have to do and what have you. And then also, there should be, for me, I feel, public trust. There should be the trust between the government and the people. I remember when this issue came out, there was a forced denial. And then we saw, the reshuffling of, the service chiefs by the president. And a lot of rumor came out is it based on, this alleged coup plot that we heard about, and that is why the president was
from the 1st October, the parade that usually happens at the stadium, when it was cancelled, and there were rumors going around that something was supposed to happen as at then, and then it moved on to the reshuffling of service chiefs, and there was the debunking, and now we're here.
But do you think at first that debunking such rumor was a good thing for the federal government, being that citizens are watching closely, because it kind of instilled a little bit of fear and chaos in the minds of citizens. And when there are issues like this and the government comes out at first to debunk it, it's like, okay, I don't think we should trust the government concerning this, because we have seen, repeated cases of, if not this, but, other different issues where the debunking comes in.
I would say it's quite understandable due to the fact that this is a very sensitive issue, a very sensitive matter, a matter of national security. So there has to be total evidence, surety that yes, this is going on, and we know who to hold accountable, we know who to hold responsible before we come out and tell Nigerians that this is what went on, and these are the people that we're holding accountable for these actions. And it's quite understandable for them to do debunk what might have happened, but it is still understandable for the everyday Nigerian to not have trust due to the fact that that did happen, the debunking, and then now you're coming out to say that, oh, yes,
it's
it
actually
really
true.
Did happen, or it really was going to happen, but it was stopped.
Absolutely. So the conversation still continues. Do well to call us in, and would love to hear your opinion this morning concerning the topic at hand. We're still discussing military coup plot, what should be done. But then let's take some WhatsApp messages from our viewers this morning. We have our first WhatsApp message from Musa Tanko, sending this one in from Plateau State. It says, the good things government should do is to do the right thing. Government should provide jobs, constructions of roads. I guess that's what you wanted to say. Construction of roads, hospitals, and reduce revenues. Thank you, Saad Musa Tanko, for sending in your WhatsApp message.
All right, next up, we have a message from Usman Santara Kibeti in Jimita Yola. And he says, good morning, Hauwa, Kiyawa, and Maimuna, Bagudu. This Monday morning, 2nd of February 2025, the topic for the day, coup plot. What should be done? The topic is tough for discussion so that one cannot be accused as accessory to the fact. But anyway, as it's in the public domain, let those accused be given fair trial in the court-martial. In fact, they're not naive as to the repercussion of staging a plot to commit coup in trying to change the guard from democratic to military based on their perception that those entrusted with the mandate through the ballot box are steering the ship in the right direction. One thing is that let the civilians behave in the right manner in order to avert further coup plot by the military men. If not, there will be attempt no matter what will happen to those arrested now. From Usman Santaraki. Thank you very much, Usman Santaraki, for your message.
We have a WhatsApp message from Nandi Bete. It says on the military coup plot, good morning, Trust TV. Bad governance, corruption and impunity in official conduct by public officials are some factors that breed discontent among the citizenry. Now, during elections, for instance, the will of the people is not allowed to prevail as votes do not count. Results are written and announced at night. Election rigging is the equivalent of military coup. What should be done now is for governance to become more people-focused, even as the defense minister has hinted about the consequences of plotting to overthrow a government. President Tinubu should avoid going down in history as the first civilian head of state to execute coup plotters. Thank you, Nandi Bete, for sending in your message.
All right, next up, we have a message from Dan in Port Harcourt, and he says, a military coup plotting in a democratic dispensation is an unnecessary evil that must be firmly rejected. Military rule is inherently dictatorial and has no place in our contemporary society where democratic governance is the accepted norm. Democracy, by definition, is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, a system that gives citizens a voice in how they are governed and how national resources are managed. Unfortunately, many politicians have failed to live up to this democratic responsibility. The solution is not military intervention, but good governance. Government must be brought closer to the people. The citizens must be allowed to truly enjoy the dividends of democracy through accountability, inclusiveness, and responsive leadership. When leaders govern with integrity and put the people first, coup plotting becomes unattractive, unprofitable, and completely unnecessary.
All right, thank you to everyone who called in to join the conversation this morning and to those who sent in their WhatsApp messages. Thank you for sticking with Daybreak on Trust TV. We'll take a short breather now, and when we come back, we'll dive into our discussion segment. We're still going to be having the conversation around military coup plot. We'll be analyzing the fallout and also the implications on national security. Our guest is standing by. Do stay with us. We'll be right back shortly.